What's up guys, Tony Watson from ProTrainBB.com, and in this Pro Talk, we're talking about lifting weights and the effects on your jump shot. So let's get into it. Alright, so before we get into today's video, I want to make sure that every player around the world has our 2 free workouts. All you have to do is click the link in the top right hand corner of this video, send us your email, and we'll shoot you those 2 free workouts so that you can start training with us today. Alright, so the main question of today is, does lifting weights affect your jump shot? And the answer is yes. Now, most people believe that it has a negative impact on your jump shot, and that's just not the case. The answer is it actually has a positive impact on your jump shot. So let me explain. Now, back in the old school days of playing basketball, a lot of guys were very lanky, wiry, and not so strong. But as the game started to develop, they started to see that the stronger players had an advantage over the guys who did not lift as much. And a prime example was Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan first entered the league, he was a very athletic guard out of North Carolina who could jump over anyone, run past anybody. But he always had trouble when it got to the playoffs because 1, it was a long basketball season and his body got worn down, and 2, there's a lot of physical teams in the playoffs who would bump Michael Jordan, knock him off his game, and they would just be really physical with him, causing him to get out of his game and his team to eventually lose. Once Michael Jordan started to hit the weight room, it really had a positive effect on his game, not only for the longevity of the season, but now he could handle all the bumps, all the shoving, all the hard fouls that he had to play through, especially when it came to the playoff time. Now, for the guys who think that shooting has a negative impact on your jump shot, it's one of 2 things, all right? 1, you might be lifting the wrong way, all right? Depending on what age you're at, some of the lifting exercises aren't necessary for your skill level or good for your age. The other part of that is, if you think that weightlifting has a negative impact on your jump shot, it's probably because you're either not lifting at a consistent basis or you're not shooting on a consistent basis. Now, if you want the weightlifting to have a positive impact on your jump shooting and your overall game, you have to be consistent with both the weight training and the skills training. When either one of those isn't consistent, your skills are eventually going to have a negative impact just because you're not training them enough. So for example, if you're working out in the weight room, you should be lifting 3, maybe 4 times a week. Now, if you do that over a long period of time, your body will start to get used to lifting. It won't be as sore the next day, and you'll start to see improvement in your strength. All right. And if you're in the basketball gym working on your skills, which you should be doing at least 4 times a week, I'd prefer for our guys to be in the gym 5 to 6 times a week, getting up shots. Then the lifting also won't have that much effect on your jump shot because you're shooting on a consistent basis. But the main ingredients to both the lifting and the skill work is consistency. And that's when you're going to see the positive effects from both your skill work and your lifting weights. Now, what are the actual effects that you get from lifting in the weight room? All right, 1, you get stronger. So if you're stronger, you become a better shooter because you can shoot the ball from further away with the right form, and all those mid-range shots, the 3-pointers, even the really close jump shots become a lot less. It takes a lot less effort to get that power through your body to get that jump shot to the rim. All right, the second part of lifting in the weight room on a consistent basis is that it makes your body stronger, it makes it more durable, and it makes it last longer through those seasons, as I mentioned earlier with Michael Jordan. Another big question that a lot of players ask about lifting weights in basketball is, when should they start? We found that lifting weights at an early age isn't necessarily the right thing if you're doing it the wrong way. Now, if you're doing exercises that require body weights, maybe some band work or a lot of core work, you can start that at a very young age just to get the coordination down, to get the motor skills that you need. So when you get older and you get, your body can handle the weights it'll be ready to do that. All right, so if you're in a young age, let's say middle school, and you're getting ready to, start to play basketball at a high level, doing things like body weight squats, doing push-ups, doing pull-ups, doing any kind of core work, those things are gonna go a long way for your development. Now, once you get into high school and college, that's when you start to put the weight on, you start to use the barbell, you start to use the dumbbells, and you start to use things like squats, power cleans, things of that nature. That's when your body's ready to use those kind of exercises. So just to wrap things up, the main ingredients on both shooting and lifting weights is that you have to be consistent. If you're in the weight room 3 to 4 times a week, doing the right movements and the right exercises with the right kind of resistance, you'll be fine. And if you're in the gym, working on your skills, getting up a lot of shots, knocking them down, then over time, the lifting weights and the skills training will have a very, very positive impact on your game. Now, to bring up Michael Jordan one more time, he was known to lift weights on game day. So if you really think that lifting weights had a negative impact on your game, why would the greatest player of all time lift on a game day? That just goes to show that lifting weights could potentially have a positive impact on your game. If you like this video, click the thumbs up below, and in the comments, let us know what other questions you have about basketball and developing your game, and we'll be sure to answer them in our Pro Talks. And if you missed last week's video, you can check that out right here and come back next Monday. We'll have a new video for you guys. Until then, perfect your game. Peace.